This is your news source evening bulletin for today, Monday, the 20th day of February in the year 2023. I'm Gordon Mosley reporting, and here's what we're tracking tonight. The Ministry of Home Affairs and the opposition have condemned the racial attack on several students at the Woodley Park Secondary School in West Coast Berbice. The incident reportedly took place last Friday. It was opposition members of Parliament Vince Roy Jordan and Natasha Singh Lewis who issued a statement at first detailing what transpired at the school. In that statement, the opposition MP said Afro-Guyanese children were being verbally and physically assaulted at the school by persons going into the school compound. In a video recording of one of the attacks, persons were seen armed with pieces of wood walking around the compound of the school as parents and teachers confronted the intruders in the presence of the students. One man could be heard declaring that Afro-Guyanese students should not be welcomed at the school. The opposition has expressed its anger over the situation and has called on the Regional Education Department and the police to get to the bottom of the incident and make arrests. In a separate statement, the Home Affairs Ministry confirmed the incident and said an investigation into the matter has been launched. The Home Affairs Ministry also said the head teacher and students were engaged by the police, and based on information received, an adult and the child were contacted to be questioned. The Home Affairs Ministry said the police has already started a full investigation into the matter, and one person is currently in custody. The Home Affairs Ministry has also condemned in the strongest possible terms all occurrences of racially motivated attacks, particularly on school children. The Education Minister Priya Malik Chen has also condemned the attacks at the school. She said a full investigation is being carried out by the police with support from the Education Department. More news coming up in just a moment.
It's been a long time coming. Overdue, some might say. But now that it's here, it will change life forever. And it is here to stay. The future is now. Transforming Guyana into the 21st century. Introducing GTT Fiber. Experience internet connectivity like never before. Speeds you deserve at prices you can afford from a name you can trust. Sign up today. GTT Fiber is here. GTT. Together, we rise faster.
Giftland Office Max, we're all about customer satisfaction. Whether it's clothing and shoes for the ladies, gents, and kids, or for the latest electronics or hardware appliance, we're always thinking of satisfying you, our dear customers. Now you can shop online at www.giftlandofficemax.com or visit us at the Giftland Mall, where we're happy to serve each and every one of you.
Did you know that you can check your NIS contributions online? Simply visit our website at www.nis.org.gy. Click on the Create New Account button and enter the required information. An automatic email notification will be sent to acknowledge your application. Once your information is authenticated, you will receive an email within 48 hours with instructions on how to access the site. Once logged in, you can click on the My Contributions tab on the left side of the screen to view your contributions. For further information, you can call our records department on 225-2798 or visit your nearest NIS office.
Get in the game with Buster. Win a full gaming setup, Xbox X, gaming chair, gaming speaker and headset, or any of over 60 weekly prizes like Oculus Quest 2, Mini 2 drone, Nintendo Switch, and many more top gaming prizes. Check below for details.
Strong and solid in countries far and wide. New India Assurance, we're standing by your side. Golden service, half a century and more. New India Assurance, our policies are secure. From the heart of India, we serve these islands. The strength that you can trust, you're safe when you come to New India Assurance Company. Assurance when you need it most.
For your home, motor or business insurance, visit New India Guyana office, 58 Brickdam next to Star Computers. Telephone 2260415-7. Comfortable parking available.
Let's tell you now that in a scorching review of Guyana's Low Carbon Development Strategy 2030, the local non-governmental group Policy Forum Guyana believes that in rolling out its strategy, the government appears more concerned with making money than reducing greenhouse gas emissions. In a statement, the group made known its concerns in wake of recent statements coming from the Vice President and other government officials about the strategy. The group said money-making rather than reducing global warming dominates the breezy but opaque text of the LCDS 2030 document. According to that document, Guyana intends to harness the value of the country's ecosystem services by building a long-term low-carbon diversification opportunity. But Policy Forum Guyana is convinced that LCDS 2030 in its current form defeats the intended purpose of low-carbon strategies. The group said from a pioneering REDD Plus agreement with Norway a decade ago, Guyana's forests are now being repackaged as an ecosystem service in the Low-Carbon Development Strategy 2030, in which the world's leading fossil fuel generating companies are encouraged to invest and buy credits. The Policy Forum group also said reputable international studies have concluded that 90% of the projects invested in by the carbon credit market are worthless, neither strengthening forest capacity to capture emissions nor expanding emissions captures. Policy Forum Guyana said the references to the UN Framework Convention Commission Climate Change are only intended to add respectability, but the primary focus remains making money. The group contends that LCDS 2030 is also a threat to indigenous life and believes the government needs to address that issue soon. On the heels of visa-free travel to the UK and with British Airways gearing up to launch its scheduled Guyana service, the British Chamber of Commerce, BritCham, has now been established to boost trade between Guyana and the United Kingdom and to promote and establish commercial business opportunities. Guyana is the UK's largest trading partner in the Caribbean. In 2021, Guyana accounted for just over 21% of all of the UK's trade within the Caribbean. That figure has surged to 45.9% in the past year alone. The British Chamber of Commerce in Guyana will be chaired by Gyson's Group CEO, Faisal Khan. In addition to the promotion and facilitation of bilateral trade and commerce, BritCham Guyana will foster an open networking environment. The British High Commissioner to Guyana, Jane Miller, has welcomed the establishment of the Chamber. The new organization has promised increased access to and knowledge of the two markets and investment opportunities, expert and technical skills training. The establishment of the British Chamber of Commerce in Guyana follows the establishment of the American Chamber Guyana and the Canadian Chamber of Commerce in Guyana. In the housing sector right now, 9 families who are currently squatting on the Sea Defense Reserve at Annandale on the east coast of Demerara have been presented with keys to their new homes by the Minister of Housing and Water, Colin Crowell. The new low-income 2-bedroom houses, valued at $5 million each, are located in Annandale New Housing Scheme. And according to the minister, the construction and the distribution of the houses are in keeping with a commitment made by the president last September. It was explained that at the time of the president's visit, a total of 15 families were seen to be living in deplorable conditions on the Sea Defense Reserve in an area called San Reef. Of those 15 families, 10 agreed to have low-income houses built by the government for them, with financing from the New Building Society through its mortgage portfolio program, while the other 5 opted for the land to spearhead their construction.
And those for the land, they were subsequently allocated their lands with a conditionality that they have to be able to finish their construction, their own construction in a particular time. Here, these 10 houses represent the other 10, but we were able to have 9 of the 10 pre-qualify, and the reason being one out is an elderly lady, and so she's putting all her systems in place to have her support because she have family members, etc., that we'll be able to put her on eventually. So 9 of the 10 are here now to uplift the keys for their house. Their monthly payment rate is around about $24,000 if you round it off to New Building Society.
The 9 families have been given up to the end of this month to move into their new homes. The Housing and Water Minister said this is necessary to facilitate demolition of the structures located on the government's reserve in the area.
By the end of this month, we will start dismantling some of the structures, or they can do that themselves if they need the material, the wood or whatever material that they have at the house. But we'll start the dismantling for that area by the end of this month, so we can have it cleared. The environment there is not one that is desirable.
But some of the squatters who have been given their new homes thought the homes were free, and now they say it could be difficult for them to find money every month to pay off that mortgage.
I feel happier getting a new home, yes, but I ain't getting the work every day. So I gotta try see how I can get work to pay it.
So I'm glad that it could be anything less than the 24. These are gonna be great for me. Because I get expense now, But the house and everything, good man, because it's 9 years now he's squatting.
The housing minister said the government still has a no-tolerance policy when it comes to squatting. Today's relocation exercise marks the first for this year. And according to the housing and water minister, the Central Housing and Planning Authority will soon move to regularize squatting settlements along the west bank of Demerara.
The Guyana Revenue Authority wishes to notify all lending and licensed financial institutions of their obligation to submit their annual statement, commonly called Form 3. This statement should be submitted to the GRA on or before February 28, 2023. Remember, the submission of your annual statement is critical to the verification and payment of mortgage interest relief refund to taxpayers. Don't be late, submit your annual statement before the due date. For more information, please contact our Tax Advisory Services section on 227-6060, extension 8000. GRA, your partner in development.
Mobil 1 is more than oil. It's many oils. It transforms at the molecular level. When cold, it's thicker than honey. When hot, it's thinner than water. Mobil 1 adapts and readapts to last longer. 16,000 kilometers between oil changes. That's your engine evolved.
Sol Guyana is the authorized distributor of Mobil lubricants.
Anson Mini Mart is now open to serve your everyday wants and needs. Our experienced pharmacists will help you feel your best, ensuring you bring home everything you need. We guarantee you will come back for everything you want. Our team is friendly. Our shelves are stocked and ready. Hassle-free shopping for your busy life. Anson Mini Mart, everyday shopping made easy. From our home to yours. Anson Mini Mart is now open to serve you. Call 220-0505 or check out our Anson Macau Guyana Facebook page for more details.
Some sad news to report now. A West Ruimveldt youth has become one of the country's latest road accident victims. 21-year-old Anthony Pereira, also known as Chip, lost his life early this morning after he reportedly lost control of his motorcycle and slammed into a utility pole along Mandela Avenue behind the Botanical Gardens. A police statement said the accident occurred just after midnight as the youth was riding his motorcycle at a fast rate. According to the police, based on its investigations, the young man fell onto the roadway after being pitched from the motorcycle and he slammed into a utility pole. His body was picked up with multiple injuries to the head and other parts. Emergency medical services were summoned to the scene, and the youth was pronounced dead at the scene. A post-mortem examination is to be conducted on his body as the investigations continue. Many of the young man's friends have left messages of disbelief and shock on his social media pages. He was described as easygoing and someone who was always full of life. A 27-year-old Lima Sands Essequibo coastman was stabbed to death early yesterday morning by his 18-year-old wife. It is unclear what triggered the deadly attack, but investigators have explained that the young woman has already admitted to the crime. The dead man has been identified as Anthony Chevrolet, also known as Davy. A police report said the incident took place at around 2 o'clock on Sunday morning at the couple's home. The suspect's grandmother, Bernadette Williams, told investigators that the couple was at a birthday party on Saturday afternoon, and the wife left for home after the two had an argument. According to the grandmother, she was at home early on Sunday morning when she saw her granddaughter going into the apartment in the same yard. She said when she inquired about the whereabouts of the husband, she was told that he was already home. The grandmother said she became suspicious and went to the couple's bottom flat apartment, and it was there that she witnessed her granddaughter stabbing the man to his body while he was lying on the ground. The woman raised an alarm and the granddaughter bolted from the house. Police investigators and emergency services were summoned. The man was found with multiple stab wounds to his body. The wife was later arrested at her mother's house, and she told investigators that she had attacked and stabbed her husband, who by then had been pronounced dead. The 18-year-old is likely to face charges this week.
Anson Mini Mart is now open to serve your everyday wants and needs. Our experienced pharmacists will help you feel your best, ensuring you bring home everything you need. We guarantee you will come back for everything you want. Our team is friendly. Our shelves are stocked and ready. Hassle-free shopping for your busy life. Anson Mini Mart, everyday shopping made easy. From our home to yours. Anson Mini Mart is now open to serve you. Call 220-0505 or check out our Anson Macau Guyana Facebook page for more details.
Food Max Supermarket, located on the ground floor at the Giftland Mall, is your one-stop shop for all your grocery needs. We stock a variety of imported frozen meat and food products, fresh produce, and pet supplies, freshly made bread. Rotisserie chicken and patties are also available daily. Shop in comfort today at Food Max and let our courteous staff assist you in satisfying your shopping needs. Food Max, the fresh food specialist.
It's one of your biggest goals, getting your own home, where memories are made, where happiness lives. You may feel that home ownership or renovation is beyond your reach, but we at Republic want you to know that there's always a way. Ask us about our suite of mortgages. Let's help make your housing wishes come true. Or advise on how the equity in your existing home can finance other dreams and goals. Call or go online to learn more.
Get in the game with Buster. Win a full gaming setup, Xbox X, gaming chair, gaming speaker and headset, or any of over 60 weekly prizes like Oculus Quest 2, Mini 2 drone, Nintendo Switch, and many more top gaming prizes. Check below for details.
Fuel it up and drive, Super 95. Tune up. Fuel it up and drive, Super 95. Tune up. Protect your fuel system, boy. High mileage and performance, boy.
Guy Oil's Super 95 gasoline gives you more reasons to drive and is available at 56 service stations nationwide. For affordable price, high performance, and high mileage, choose Guy Oil's Super 95 gasoline.
Fuel it up and drive.
Across the region tonight, heavy rains in coastal areas of Brazil's southeast have caused flooding and landslides, which have killed at least 36 people and has also dislodged hundreds of others. That's according to a statement from the Sao Paulo state authorities. Rescue workers are continuing to look for victims, reconnect isolated communities and clear roads, some of which remain blocked, trapping an undetermined number of tourists who traveled for Brazil's carnival celebrations. Weather forecasts show heavy rains will continue in Sao Paulo's coastal area, challenging civil defense and fire department rescue teams and raising the prospect of a higher death toll. The federal government in Brazil determined the mobilization of several ministries to assist the victims, restore infrastructure, and start reconstruction work. Sao Paulo state has declared a 180-day state of calamity for 6 cities after what experts described as an unprecedented extreme weather event. In Jamaica, the tourism minister there, Edmund Bartlett, has issued a call for the creation of a global tourism resilience fund to support tourism-dependent nations in periods of disruption. The call came as key players in tourism from around the world, including the Caribbean and Africa, met last week and devoted the third day of the inaugural Global Tourism Resilience Conference to continuing discussions on the road to global sustainability and development. Bartlett expressed that while they talk about building resilience for tourism, they also have to focus on the wider perspective on social, economic, political, health, and security disruptions. However, he outlined that the most important of all was building human capacity to predict, mitigate, manage disruptions when they arise. He underscored the need to also build financial resilience, while highlighting the responsibility to enable highly tourism-dependent countries to be able to gain an insight into their own capacity to grow and to expand. And finally tonight, international news. The BBC reports that the US will back Ukraine in its fight against Russia for as long as it takes. The words of President Joe Biden. He made the announcement during an announced and symbolic visit to the capital of Ukraine, Kiev. Mr. Biden's first trip to Ukraine as president came days before the first anniversary of Russia's invasion. He said President Putin had been dead wrong to think Russia could outlast Ukraine and its Western allies. He met with Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky, and the two visited a memorial to soldiers who have died in the 9 years since Russia annexed Crimea and its proxy forces captured parts of the eastern Donbas region. Mr. Biden's presence was intended to reaffirm America's unwavering commitment to Ukraine's democracy, sovereignty, and territorial integrity, the White House said. The New York Times reported that the U.S. president took a 10-hour train journey from Poland to reach Kiev. He left Ukraine today to travel to Poland. And that's your News Source Evening Bulletin for tonight. I'm Gordon Mosley, reporting and encouraging you to stay safe.